self-help, it's just the word itself. I mean, think about it. You're like admitting that you need help in your life, that there's like something wrong with you. Really break this down. As you know, I'm really big into conscious language. I love words. We literally speak our reality into existence. Now, self-help honestly is ruining your life. I'm gonna break it down for you. What's happening is, as soon as you admit there's a fault within you, you identify with that, right? You are putting an emphasis on that label. I get this all the time. Like, people think ADHD, for example, is not allowing them to meditate, right? This is a belief, a very common belief, because the doctor system, right, the Western medical system has built up so much power that we put this on a pedestal in our life, right? As soon as you go to that doctor and you're like, hey, what's wrong with me, man? And they put that label on you and you accept it, that's when this happens. Okay, so now because you have that label of ADHD on you, you go into self-help, you go into these areas where it's like you need to fix that thing, when in reality, if you didn't have that label in the first place, you wouldn't have the desire to change it, right? I'm here to tell you that it's all perfect. Let's continue to use this ADHD, for example. I mean, I have it, everybody has it in my opinion. I have a very overactive mind. I have a very fast processing speed, right? Like a computer in my brain. And growing up, yeah, it was difficult to manage. I was a very restless kid and a lot of people couldn't handle my energy. Now, I got labeled a lot of things. Now, I want to just confess, because it was my identification with that label that brought the suffering. Okay, so you don't have to believe or entertain those ideas of who you are consciously. It doesn't work that way. You don't need to do it, right? You are who you think you are. This all comes back down to belief system. So again, I would even take this as far as saying, like, even the word healing. Like, if you admit, that you need to be healed, right? Just that word indicates that there's a problem or there's an injury or something going on that needs to be healed. Now, on the third dimension, on this old paradigm of life, there is a reality that exists that is that duality, right? It's the cause and effect, right? So again, if there's the word healing, that implies that there's something to heal. It's the yin and yang, right? Now, we're gonna go into the fifth dimensional perspective, which says, hey, it's already healed. And in fact, just because it's already healed, therefore the problem doesn't exist anymore, so why talk about it? You see? And just channel that energy into a more productive outlet into your life. I can confess, again, being caught in these self-help techniques, 90% of them did me no good whatsoever. And it wasn't until I found meditation, it wasn't until I really got into an authentic yoga practice to where I started connecting these dots in my life, and I can really start to awaken that infinite energy within, but that was already within me. It's like, again, everything that you need is within you right now. You don't have to complicate this. You don't have to put a label on it, because I'm going to tell you right now, every label, including just wanting to be involved with self-help, is you identifying with it, which is lowering your vibration. You're telling the universe, hey, I need help, I need this, I need that, and it's not allowing you to get past that vibratory point. So what you need to do instead is practice authenticity. Practice what works for you. Right? I want to replace that word enlightenment with authenticity. We're all after that higher consciousness. We're all after happiness. We all want these same effects and feelings in our human existence. Now, how you go about it is totally up to you. I just want you to let you know that this self-help community can be very toxic. It can be very, wasteful of your energy. Rather, take all of that energy and cultivate it within. Bring it into your practice. Bring it into those techniques that are uplifting yourself. Nobody else knows you like you know yourself, right? Let's connect with that higher self. Let's be guided by the intuition. Let's get that Kundalini system online, and everything will start to make sense. Now, I want to just confess a few things, because this has happened to me time and time again. I'm not gonna lie, I was really struggling in my life, and especially in the youth, with relationships. And I went into self-help thinking like there was something wrong with me because I wasn't able to have a successful relationship. So instead of getting caught into the self-help again and these books and teachers and all this kind of stuff, I stopped all of that, and I took a vow of celibacy, and I could completely within. Like I drew all of my energy within, right? I had to make a drastic change in my life because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. You see what I mean? Like if you're in that place that's similar where it's like you're stuck, you know, in whatever avenue, and if you're practicing the same exact thing, expecting different results, that's called insanity. And I know, you know, you're not insane, you're not someone who is completely insane, so try new things. Get into that new energy, right? That stagnant phase that you're in is only temporary. It's actually a good thing because it's giving you an opportunity to really evaluate what you don't want in your life, right? Who you don't want to be with, what that job that isn't serving you any longer, whatever that thing is that's frustrating you, that's caused you to go into that self-help realm, this can be addressed and balanced out completely on your own. Now, I'm not saying you don't need other people. I'm not saying you don't need support. You know, we are human beings. We're a very tribal, you know, animal, basically, at that primal level, so you need others for this. I'm not saying isolate, you know, especially right now in 2020, we got plenty of that. What I'm telling you is actually quite the opposite. Figure out that technique that works for you. Get beyond that self-help, you know, toxicity of identifying with those beliefs that are holding you back. This has been proven time and time again. In fact, quantum physics is the closest thing that has really propelled us into understanding what this is. It's called quantum leaping. You can jump into that new version of yourself right now through these techniques, through meditation. All of this can be done with your true and sincere aspiration and work. So keep it up, everybody. I know it's not easy. I know it's uncomfortable. However, this is very necessary. You are healing the collective conscious, and this is something that we all need to do. So thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the Inner Circle members. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon page. I would not be here without you guys. Seriously, the support and the love. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you. Until next time, I'm out. Infinite love, infinite peace.